Good morning, everyone. So, today we are discussing about excretion in plants. Excretion in plants. Already we know that. So, whatever waste formed in the living things, they can expel outside by the organism. So, that is called excretion. Whatever waste substances present in the body of organism, they expel outside. So, this process is called excretion. But here excretion is not only present in the animals and human being, but also excretion in plants we can see. So plants also can excrete. Plants also can excrete whatever substances formed in their body. But plants actually produce two types of products. How many products? Two types of products. So plants excrete how many substances? Two main substances. So primary metabolites and secondary metabolites. Primary metabolites, secondary metabolites. Usually the primary metabolites are proteins, carbohydrates, lipids and other fats, minerals, vitamins. So these are the primary metabolites. But these primary metabolites, why they produce means for the growth and development of the plants. So plants they produce primary metabolites, proteins, carbohydrates, lipids, fats and other minerals and vitamins and other chemical substances for their growth and development. But here plants also excrete another type of materials are called secondary metabolites. Secondary metabolites. So these secondary metabolites are, there may be innumerable of secondary metabolites we can see. So plants, why they produce secondary metabolites? So primary metabolites they produce for their growth and development, but why the plants produce secondary metabolites? So secondary metabolites produced by the plants for their protection. For their protection. For example, some of the plants leaves bitter, they produce bitter nature because of no animal should come contact and eat them. So that they emit the, they may produce the bitter nature metabolites. So that they protect themselves. So maximum plants produce secondary metabolites for their protection. For their protection. But here man has recognizing their secondary metabolites uses commercially and economically. So whatever secondary metabolites produced by the plants, man has identified their importance and their need, so that man is using these secondary metabolites in a commercial way, so that secondary metabolites of the plants useful to the man in several ways. Now let us go to that. What are the secondary metabolites in the plants? So already I said, why they produce means for the production purposes. Secondary metabolites are produced by the plants for protection, but here man has recognized their importance in commercial. So now, what are the major secondary metabolites in the plants? Let us go to that. Alkaloids, resins, tannins, gums, and latex. So these are the major secondary metabolites. So now let us discuss about secondary metabolites. Mainly in secondary metabolites in plants are alkaloids, tannins, resins, gums and latex. Alkaloids are the nitrogen containing substances. Now let us discuss alkaloids. So alkaloids are mainly the following types in the plant. Some of the plants produce alkaloids, and let us go to that. Their alkaloids names and plants. from which parts they produce and what the uses of the alkaloids. Now let us take first quinine. Quinine alkaloid is obtained from cinchona plant. Cinchona plant from the bark. From the bark. This quinine is used to treat the malaria disease. Malaria disease till today the unique till today only one to cure malaria disease is what? Quinine. So next go to that nicotine. Nicotine alkaloid is obtained from tobacco plant. Tobacco plant from the leaves. From the leaves which is used as a insecticide. Insecticide means which kills the insects. And also this nicotine is already used as a ingredient in by using the indirectly leaves in cigarettes and BDs. So it is which purpose they may use it to kept in the cigarettes and BDs means it is one of the increases the nerve stimulus, nerve impulses. And next go to the Marpin. Marpin alkaloid is obtained from opium. Opium means blue dye, which is collected from the fruits. So mainly it is used as a painkiller. Painkiller. So this drug is mainly used by the athletes and sportsmen and mainly cine actors. So this drug is Marpin. Painkiller, reduce the pain, they should use this one. So next go to that reserpine. Reserpine is alkaloid which is obtained from snake root plant. Snake root plant from the roots which is used to against snake bite. Snake bite, whenever snake is bitten, so these roots collected and prepared a solution and used to against the snake bite. Next go to the another alkaloid is caffeine. Caffeine alkaloid is obtained from the coffee plant from the seeds which is used to stimulate the central nervous system. To stimulate the central nervous system. So mainly it stimulates the central nervous system. Next go to the nimbin. Nimbin is obtained from the neem tree from the all the parts, leaves, fruits, seeds. So this is used as an antiseptic. Nimbin is obtained from neem tree. So it is used. So we know that nowadays we are using neems, all the parts, leaves, seeds for different purposes. So all the parts of the neem tree can use it as a drug. So that because of using all the parts as a medicine regarding to the neem tree, so neem tree is considered as Indian herbal doctor. Indian herbal doctor. There is a question, which plant is considered as a Indian herbal doctor, which means neem tree. Why? Because all the parts of the neem tree can use it as a medicine to treat the diseases. Next go to the scopolamine. Scopolamine is obtained from datura plant, flower and fruit, which is used as a sedative. Next go to the pyrethroid alkaloid, which is obtained from chrysanthemum plant, which is from the flowers and which is used as a insecticide. So once I have a glance, alkaloids, some of the plants produce quinine, cinchona plant, nicotine, tobacco plant, marpin, opium plant, reserpine, snake root plant, caffeine, coffee plant, nimbin, neem tree, scopolamine, datura, pyrethroids, chrysanthemum. So these are the alkaloids, these are the plants, and these are the their alkaloids uses. So next go to the tannins. Next go to that tannins. So tannins are mainly obtained from cassia and acacia. Cassia and acacia. So cassia and acacia, these tannins are used for mainly to tan the leather and medicines. to tan the leather and medicines. To smoothness of the leather, these tannins are used. These tannins are obtained from cassia and acacia plants. Next, go to the resins. Resins are obtained from a gymnosperms plant is pinus. So these resins are used in varnishes. These resins used in varnishes for shining purposes. For shining purposes. Let us go to the gums. Gums are mainly obtained from acacia, cassia, and neem. So from these plants, gums are obtained. So gums, how and when they produce means whenever we injure the plants, stems, branches, from that injured part, the liquid part is come out, and finally it will become hard. So this is like a sticky nature. So this is used as a adhesive nature for sticking purposes, for attaching purposes. So commercially used as a gums which are produced from the acacia, cassia and neem tree. Now latex. So latex is generally is produced from the mainly Jatropha, Calotropis and Hevia brasilensis. Hevia brasilensis. Hevia brasilensis. So Jatropha. The Jatropha latex is used as a biodiesel. Biodiesel. So we know that biodiesel is the eco-friendly oil which is used to run the vehicles. So it is a non-polluted diesel which is obtained from the latex of the Jatropha plant. Latex of the Jatropha plant. So it is the latex. Calotropis also you can see that latex. White sticky nature we can see in Calotropis. And another thing is important, Hevia brasilensis. It is called Indian rubber. Indian rubber, Hevia brasilensis. So the latex of the Hevia brasilensis, Indian rubber, is used to in many ways for using different purposes. The rubber. So the Indian rubber plant is what? Hevia brasilensis. So another toxic materials also produced by the some of the plants. Another materials, chewing gum. Chewing gum is produced from the chicle. Chewing gum produced by the chicle plant. So this is also one of the secondary metabolite which is used as a gum for the preparation of chewing gum. And another secondary metabolite is Parthenium steroporus, means Congress grass, which is cause allergy. So Parthenium steroporus, Congress grass. So nothing but Parthenium, which cause allergy, So it is also produce secondary metabolites and causes the allergy. So in this way, plants produce secondary metabolites and primary metabolites. Primary metabolites are used for their growth, but secondary metabolites are used as a commercial. So number of secondary metabolites are there. In this way, plants are used as a medicine and